7 years ago, I was 275 pounds. I could barely walk up the stairs or bend down to tie my shoes. I developed sleep apnea. I had a really hard time breathing at night. I couldn't walk very well because I developed plantar fasciitis in one heel, and I developed a lot of knee and back issues. I knew if I didn't change something that I was gonna develop even more serious medical issues or I was gonna die. So I made the decision to change. The changes that I made after making that decision helped me lose 50 pounds in 3 months. Losing weight, it's not just a physical thing. It's here and it's here. Fight through it. You can do it. Don't give up. So the first change that I made was that I started walking every day, moving my body. I could only go 5 minutes at a time, and after every 5 minutes I had to take a break, but it didn't matter. Every day, 7 days a week, I was out there for 30 minutes, and eventually my stamina improved. The second thing I did was portion my food. I bought measuring cups, measuring spoons, and a food scale. I looked at all the backs of packages for serving sizes, and I measured all my food out according to those. And I started with all my meats. I used lean meat, and I measured out 3 ounces for each meal. I still do 3 ounces of protein for every meal that I eat. The third thing that I did was I switched from full sugar and full fat items to low sugar, low fat, light, and sugar-free items. And that made a huge difference just doing that one thing. The fourth thing that I did was I switched from white carbs to whole grain and whole wheat carbs. So for example, I switched from white rice to brown, from white bread to whole grain, and instead of white potatoes, I switched to red potatoes because they're lower glycemic, and I also chose sweet potatoes as well. I also ate oats because they're slower digesting and low glycemic. I also ate basmati rice because that's also low glycemic. So anything that was whole grain or slower digesting, those were the carbs I chose over white carbs. The fifth thing that I did was I incorporated more water into my daily routine. I drank 8-ounce glasses of water every single day. And if I was having a hard time getting my water in, I added flavor drops or flavor crystals that were sugar-free and very low in carbs and fat. And that helped me get my water in on a tough day. The sixth and last thing that I did was made sure to incorporate treats in my diet. I ate portion treats 2 to 3 times a week, and an example would be I would eat 2 low sugar or sugar-free cookies and half a cup of low sugar ice cream. Now I would choose Halo Top or Cool Way, something like that, but those weren't around when I started, so I just chose low sugar or sugar-free ice cream.
Wow, you're really old.
Really old. Another example was 4 cups of low-fat or fat-free popcorn, and I added 2 teaspoons of light margarine and a little bit of salt to it, or sometimes light Parmesan cheese to give it flavor. And the other thing I enjoyed eating as a snack were chips. So I would choose baked chips, or I would choose Tostito chips like tortilla chips, and I would have a serving. Or I would go get the lightly salted or some sort of sun chip, and I would just measure out a serving using the back of the package as a guide. So my goal when I started the changes was to introduce them slowly and to lose weight slow and steady. So I had a ton of weight to lose, so I lost between 2 to 4 pounds a week, sometimes more because I did have a lot of weight to lose. But that was a good goal for me because losing it fast meant I was going on a fad diet and I wouldn't be able to keep it off for good. So slow and steady weight loss and choosing foods that I really enjoyed and look forward to, and also choosing exercise that I liked, like walking, and that I could do at that heavy, that big of a size.
And keep potatoes in your diet.
I kept everything I liked in my diet because before, when I would go on fad diets and I would cut out food groups or treats or things like potatoes that I really loved, I would just fail. I would go good for a while and then I would fail. This time I knew if I wanted to save my life, I needed to change and I needed to make it stick. And by eating what you like and doing what you like for exercise, that's what did it. That's what helped me keep going to not only lose 50, but I eventually lost 130 pounds. And this is my 7th year in my fitness journey, and I have kept all that weight off. So, slow changes, keep in what you like, love it, and do it.
Yeah.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at The Colettes. You can see all kinds of cool stuff there, and tips, and food ideas, and everything. So get on it now.
Yeah, if you don't follow us, it's going to get really windy, and then you're not going to be able to film.
Exactly. And don't forget, if you like this video, like and subscribe if you didn't do it already yet.
All right, all right.
Or what?
Or what?
You're gonna get the windy coolest tornado of doom.
Pretty scary.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See ya.
See ya.